For some of our transactions, we're going to need how to calculate the markup, the cost of sale, and the selling price. So let's look at how to do that. So far, we've been giving you all the information you need to process a cash sale or credit sale of inventory. So take this for example, 2nd of March, credit sale of 2,000, you got the GST, and we've been telling you the cost of sale was $900. So that's kind of given to you. And look, it might be that way on a saccharine exam, but what we need you to know is that there's three amounts basically for every sale. There's the cost of sale. This is the value of the inventory that has been sold. It's the expense incurred in making each sale. We also call that the cost price. It's the amount the inventory was bought from the supplier for. We also need to know the markup. That's the amount added to the cost price of inventory to determine its selling price. Later in the course, we'll call that gross profit. And lastly, we need to know the selling price. That's the amount charged to the final customer. It represents the revenue earned by the business on the sale, and it is equal to the total of the other two added together, so the cost price plus the markup. So in the case above, we've got a sale price of 2,000. It says there, credit sale of 2,000. We're told the cost of sale is 900. So that must mean the markup or profit on that sale was 1,100. And that was pretty easy because basically it was all given to us. We were told 2 out of the 3, and therefore we could figure out what the markup was. Well, what about if we weren't given all that information? What about if we were told this? 5th of March, cash sale of $1,000 plus $100 GST at a markup of 100%. Well, now we don't know exactly what's going on. I've got the selling price, but I'm told the markup is a percentage, but I don't know what the cost of sale is. They haven't told me that. Or what about this one? On the 9th of March, cash sale of $1,200 plus GST at a markup of 50%. Do I know the sale price? I do, but again, I know the markup percent, but I don't know the cost of sale. So I'm going to need some sort of formula to help me calculate these missing numbers. How do we get the cost of sale? So the formula to do that is this. To get the cost of sale, it is equal to the selling price divided by 1 plus markup. Let's take this first example, 5th of March. So the cash sale was $1,000, so that'll be the selling price, divided by 1 plus markup. And this is where it's really important to get your calculator right, because 100% as a number is actually 1.0. So in this case, that would be 1 plus 1.0. In other words, 2. So the cost of sale would be $1,000 divided by 2, which would be $500. So it was a $500 cost of inventory and we sold it for $1,000. What about with this one? This one looks easy because you go cash sale $1,200, markup 50%. I think with any other thing, when we say 50%, we go, oh, that's double or half. Well, it's actually a little bit different here. But it doesn't matter because we've got our formula. We just plug the numbers in. So I want to find what the cost of sale was. I'll put the selling price in. That's $1,200. And I'm going to divide it by 1 plus markup. So as a number, 50% is 0.5. So 1 plus markup would be 1 plus 0.5, which together is 1.5. So this cost of sale is $1,200 divided by 1.5. That's actually $800. Maybe when you first looked at it, you saw a sale of $1,200, markup 50%. You might have thought the cost of sale was $600, but it's actually not. It's $800. So we've got a formula there to get the cost of sale. But what about if we were missing the selling price? So in this case, 11th of March, cash sale of inventory which cost us $2,000 at a markup of 100%. So this time I've got the cost of sale. I've got the markup as a percentage but not a number, and I don't have the selling price. Likewise, on the 15th of March, I'm told there's a cash sale of inventory for $1,200 at a markup of 75%. So I've got the cost of sale is $1,200. I'm told the markup is a percentage, but not the selling price. So I'm going to need another formula. And the formula this time is to help me get the selling price. And what we'll do is we'll just slightly rearrange our formula for this part. The selling price will be equal to the cost of sale times, not divided by, times or multiplied by 1 plus the markup. So in this case, the 11th of March, we've got inventory costing $2,000 at a markup of 100%. So we put the cost of sale, I know that's $2,000, times 1 plus markup, so that'll be 1 plus 1.0, or 2. So in other words, the selling price would be 2,000 times 2. That'll be 4,000. What about one that's really tricky? 75% markup. That's quite tough. $1,200 cost at a 75% markup. Let's just plug in what we have into the formula. We've got cost of sale, $1,200. 1 plus 75% markup. So 75 would be 0.75. So together, that would be 1.75. So really the selling price here is $1,200 times 1.75, which is actually $2,100. But it doesn't matter how tricky the markup percentage we're given is, as long as we've got our formula, we can answer any question there is. So to summarize what we need to know here, there's two formulas. You need to know the formula to get the cost of sale, which will be the cost of sale equals the selling price divided by 1 plus markup. Or, the other situation, you need the formula to get the selling price. And that will be selling price equals cost price times 1 plus markup.